I'm going to redo the previous video. I'll put it on private for now because that grossed me out. And my apologies for anyone who watched that. Grossed you out. So what was gross about it? Well, I blew my nose just before doing the video and there's a little booger hanging on her hair. I'm sorry, my apologies. Don't want to see that. It's very distracting and like just what I kept looking at and thinking, ugh. Yeah, it's cringy. So I look at the script of that and kind of reiterate, and it kind of emphasizes just how fake Aaron Costello is. One of the things when people are being disingenuous, if you ask them a question, what did you like? What did you do last night or after work? They don't use the pronouns as much because they are not in the storyline, that they are not in the thing they're making up on the spot. They're making up the places or things that they want you to believe they did. Let me clarify then. For instance, if you asked me what did I do after work on, I don't know, Wednesday, I could say, well, after I shut the shop down to work, I got a takeaway on the way home. Then once I was home, I went and had my takeaway. I went and had a shower. I watched a movie. Then I went to bed. After each step of the way, I've said, I did this, I that. However, if the body language is you're not making too much eye contact, as well as there might be a few other cues, um, maybe some self-soothing stress factors, maybe there be a blink rate that was pretty quick before Rikita Law. Remember that? I did the video watching blink rate of Rikita Law, very fast blinking during the time because everything about Rikita Law is fake. It's like any other narcissist, it's fake through and through. And via his eyes, he likes to convince himself that he's convincing other people that he looks professional somehow. So the very moment something goes wrong, is oh my illusions are collapsing around me. People are going to realize what a bag of shit I am, because he knows he's inept. He knows he's a drug addict. He knows he's an alcoholic. He knows he's a failure. But this is why he doubles down, because he's trying to run away from that. He wouldn't try so hard if it weren't for this, because that's why the problems are perpetuated. They're perpetuated because, just like Aaron Costello, he buries it all, locks it all away, does nothing about it. So Rico to the Law was definitely an asshole and of a product of inquiry. And so, let's say, asked me, what did I do last night? What did I do after work? Instead of going, after I shut down the shop, then I got takeaway on the way home. And once in, I got my takeaway. I had a shower, I watched a movie, then I went to bed. The disingenuous individual would probably say, shut shop down, got a takeaway, got home, shower, watched a movie, went to bed, or they might not include whatever. Yeah, it should be included in there. Had my food, or not my, or I. They take away the pronouns. Why is that, do you think? Well, it's because if they're trying to make something up on the spot, their focus is on those things where they want you to think you were. And they're just visualizing, if they got a mind's eye, or just bringing up from memory, however they think about it, those places on the way home. Say, oh, that'd be right. That's on the way. Tell them you were there. But because you weren't there, it's not prioritized in your brain saying, I did this, I did that. Because they know they didn't do that. So they're trying to, so the higher focus is on these made up places, made up sequence that doesn't actually include the individual. Something to look out for. If you suspect a individual is lying to maybe even a partner, spouse, whatever, your better half, whatever, if they start doing that, yeah, start and you feel like they're lying. Maybe they're lying because really they went somewhere to organize a surprise for you. Well, that'd be nice, right? Some lies are not always, certainly they're not always bad things. Sometimes they're for prizes. Sometimes they are because they're doing things behind your back that you would not like. So regardless of what it is, if you really want to detect it, that's one of the things you detect. And watch the blink rate when they're asked particular questions of certain context. If they're blinking quicker, it's because they're starting to feel uncomfortable about the question and the anxiety is building up. And just ask yourself, why is that? So again, they could lie. They're probably lying if they don't include the pronouns of where they were. Interrogators look for this. Criminals, because if there's a crime, suspect, obviously they're gonna ask like, where was you at the date of the murder of this person, whatever. So, say after shutting down the shop, I got a takeaway on the way home. Then once I was home, I had my takeaway. I then had a shower. Then I watched a movie. Then I went to bed. But if you're on the spot making something up, very difficult to include I, because it's on the spot made up. So if the question was, where was I at the murder of insert name? I blurt out, shut my shop down. What time was that? Oh, after that. What happened after that? I get asked. Well, after shutting shop down, takeaway on the way home. Once home, had takeaway, shower, watch movie, went to bed. Really? Yeah, that's what happened. Really, pretty much. It looks disingenuous, doesn't it? And you would look for that, looking around the room, perhaps not eye contact, perhaps not leaning in to the interrogator, leaning forward, and perhaps look at the feet of that individual. If the feet are pointing away from the interrogator, more pointing towards the door, yeah, there's all these little cues, self-soothing gestures that I've talked about. This. Perhaps they're doing that and trying to look for, oh, what did I do? And making it up. And it's like, maybe they get asked, wasn't that long ago? You seem to have trouble remembering it. Oh, I've just been a bit overworked lately. One day blurs into another. Perhaps making excuses. That's just something I wanted to share. Is look for that. If you suspect someone's lying, against a question that is questioning what did they do last night, yesterday, or after work, or whatever. That includes them. If they don't include themselves in the storyline, then they're not telling you the truth because it's supposed to. Because you're asking them something that does include them or what they did. So they should be saying, I did this, I picked up my keys, eyes, my this, those qualifiers that equate to the individuals or the individual being questioned isn't there. Peace out, take care, and I'll look forward to doing another video soon. Bye.